What's up everyone, Ben Murphy here, and today I have this 2015 Honda Accord with me, and we're going to do a review on this car, and we're going to really see what it's all about. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the video. So we're not going to do our normal style of video where we go around the whole design of the car, because obviously with it being a Honda Accord, it's a pretty average family sedan, but so what's different about the Honda Accord is that it's got thousands of pieces basically put together to make one single device, and you have two different engine choices. You have your 2.4 liter four-cylinder making 185 horsepower, or you have your 3.5 liter V6 making 278 horsepower. And actually, believe it or not, you can get a manual in this thing, or you can get an automatic as well, and you get the hum of basically hundreds of engine parts, because with it having thousands of other components to put together to make one single piece, to make one car, you're obviously getting a lot of different engine parts. And the steering has a good amount of weight to it, so you actually feel feedback from the road. And the suspension is actually absorbent but yet playful, so if you're driving this thing because you want to do some, I guess, performance driving or whatnot, then the suspension can do that. But also for a family, obviously with it being a family sedan, very absorbent as well. And then the Honda Accord actually has camouflage. No, not the camouflage you're thinking of where I can go hide from someone or whatever, but it has the ability to basically disappear on dull drive, so you can just drive it and won't really feel like you're putting much effort into it. You won't really realize you're driving because it has the ability to disappear and just not be a bad thing to drive, I guess. But then it'll reappear when you're doing your fully engaged driving, when you're fully on it, and it'll actually feel like you could potentially be driving a sports car. And no, I'm not comparing this thing to a sports car in any way, because obviously it is a family sedan and it does sit 5 people comfortably. We'll go in the inside, but also with the driving position, it has some great outward visibility. The driver's seat is really optimized for outward visibility, but we'll go back here and we'll look at the trunk space and see how much trunk space this thing has to offer. All right, now we're gonna open up the trunk to see how much trunk space this thing has. So got your trunk. You have 13.5 to 15.8. I don't know where the range comes from, but I guess we'll go with the 13.5 to 15.8. So you got plenty of trunk space back here for it being a family sedan. Fit groceries, go grocery shopping with it perfectly fine. Airport, you'll be able to go to the airport, fit plenty of suitcases in here. And if you're any golf fans, I know I say this every video, but you will be able to fit a bag of golf clubs in here. So that's gonna really do it for the outside of the car. It's really just kind of your basic family sedan, but hidden underneath you do have, if you get the V6, a very joyful to drive car as well, which Honda's competitors do not offer for kind of a family sedan like this. So now we're gonna hop on into the interior and see what the interior has to offer. All right, so here we are on the interior of this 2015 Honda Accord, and my door is open just for like air purposes, that's why. But so the first thing you'll notice, we got this 8-inch MID display right here, these 2 screens right here. And the next thing you'll notice is that it's fairly low. My head kind of brushes against the roof. I'm 6'3", so you might be able to get someone that's 6'4" in here, but not really suited for taller people such as myself. But so next we come to your steering wheel. Very nice steering wheel, feels good. You got your cruise control right here. Yeah, and then if we come over here, if you can see past me, close that. But you got your mirrors control right here, this little circular, and then you can go flip it to the right or to the left to control your left or your right mirror. And then you have your seat memory settings. You have memory setting 1, memory setting 2. So you move your seat to a certain position, you set, you click the button, and whenever you hold this button down, it'll move your seat back to that position. So if you have a different driver, you don't need to worry about that. Then you've got a your start stop button right here. So now it's not a key car, it's you actually got your start stop. But if we come over to the your dash right in front of you, it's full analog, but it looks like could possibly be digital right in the middle, but I'm not 100% sure. And then you have your if you come over here again, you got dual climate control for both the passenger and the driver side. So obviously this side being for the driver, this side being for the passenger side. Gear selector, park, reverse, neutral, drive, S and L. Not 100% sure what those stand for. And then your parking brake right here. Then you have your aux cord down here, which this thing does have Bluetooth connectivity as well, so you don't need it if you want to connect your phone. And then you have your 12-volt power outlet right there, so you can charge your phone when you're driving. And obviously for the seats, you have leather seats, and this Honda Accord trim is an EXL trim, so it's the one below the top trim, which is the Touring, then it goes EXL. So I'm guessing if you get the bottom, I'm gonna guess that it's not going to be leather seats. It's going to be probably cloth, would be my guess. But that's really gonna conclude for the interior. Now we're gonna hop out, back outside the car, and talk a little bit about pricing and how much it would be to buy one of these things if you're looking at buying one of these things, because they're a very affordable car. And for it only being 5 years old, it's a very affordable car and a very good family sedan option. But actually, before we hop outside, I'm gonna go test out the back seats so you can see what the back seats look like. So we are in the back seats. Obviously, there's a ton of leg room, but this driver's seat is extremely far up as well. But even so, even with this passenger seat being farther back, still have plenty of leg room for a taller person like myself, which is, as I said before, I'm 6'3", and the roof, it's actually pretty taller than I thought. But yeah, if I'm sitting back like this, I guess my hair brushes, but that's really it. So yeah, good room for a family sedan. You could definitely fit 5 people here comfortably. And yeah, now we'll hop outside. We'll talk about the price points, what you're looking at to purchase one of these, how much it's going to cost you, and should you buy one of these based off of the other competitors. Before we get into pricing, let's talk about the fuel economy on this thing, in case you're wondering. So it's 27 miles per gallon in the city and 36 miles per gallon on the highway, and the fuel tank will hold 17.2 gallons, so really good fuel economy. The fuel tank holds a lot of fuel also, so you won't be fueling up that often in this car. And so now if we compare it to its competitors, so the Honda Accord compared to its competitors, the competitors don't offer a family sedan that lets you do joyful driving as well. So that's one really good thing about this if you want to do joyful driving, especially if you get the V6 and you have that full 278 horsepower. And you could also, if you're really want to do joyful driving with this thing on a budget, because these things are not too expensive, you can get a manual version of this as well if you're really looking into that 6-speed manual. But now if we talk about pricing, so when I looked online on a 2015 Honda Accord, I found them anywhere ranging from $13,000 to the top range of being $17,000. So anywhere between that price point is really what you're looking at. So very affordable family sedan, and I think it's better than its competition because you can do that joyful driving. But if that's not if you're not looking for the joyful driving, it still is a great family sedan just because of the price point, and it's pretty cheap. And there you go, there you have it. That is the review on this 2015 Honda Accord. So if you like this video, go down below, click that like button, and let me know if you'd like me to do more used and more affordable cars rather than, because I know mostly I focus on 2020 cars and mostly cars that are probably between the $50,000 and $60,000 range. But let me know if you want me to do more cars like this. And while you're down there, just click that red subscribe button. It really helps me out. We're on the road to 200 subscribers, and it only takes about 2 seconds every day, and it really helps me out. And comment down below what what was your favorite thing about this car? Would you buy one of these? And also, what other reviews you'd like to see me do? And I'll see you guys in the next video.